Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tribunal of the Grid, where we talk about all things Power Rangers, including the actors that play them. My name is Brandon.
My name is Lena.
And I'm Will.
And today we will be talking about Wheel of Time.
Yes,
can y'all believe it?
Right?
Can y'all believe it?
First of all, Wheel of Time is on Amazon Prime. For those of you who do not know, you need to watch it. They're releasing weekly episodes, so get on that.
Get on that. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So I know for the people who've been following us and who've been following our page, y'all seen us talk about it a couple of times, even last year when they first even announced it, because they were talking about, her being announced as, well, the lady of the hour, from the young lady that we all know as Haley Foster from Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Zoë Robbins. Yes, it was first announced that she was going to be in the show. We put it out like, hey, Deadline reported this, and it just kind of disappeared until we started seeing promo for it. And now you see promo everywhere. Like I promise you, like I'm on my way to work and I will see different promos with her in the cast or her face. Zoë Robbins is a big thing. And I love it. I effing love it. I love it.
We love it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, anybody that listens to the show, y'all know. Like, and for the new people who are just now listening and just now tuning in for the first time, I love Zoë Robbins. And this is coming straight from a homosexual. I love Zoë Robbins. I have always loved her, and I hate that she had to have been a part of something so terrible as Ninja Steel. I hate it. I just want the best for her. She is my partner in crime when it comes to loving SZA. Like, we both would message each other on Instagram being like, yes, SZA is like the best artist ever. And I'm like, I love her. And she's like, yes. We even talked about it at Power WarCon. Like, oh my God, like you were the guy. Yes, I am. Oh my God, I love you. I love you too. Like, I mean, it was like, I love Zoë Robbins. So to see that she is finally getting the justice that she deserves, I'm excited. Like, y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited. So yes, we will be reviewing episodes 1 through 4 of Wheel of Time. But first, before we do that, I would like to let everybody know that, yes, we are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Podcasts. We are on SoundCloud. We are on YouTube. We are on everywhere where you listen to podcasts. Once again, sounding like T.S. Madison. Christian Mingo, Grinder, Jax. We are everywhere. So please, check us out. Tell a friend, tell everybody, hey, we a part of it, I have a cute little podcast, like, hey, you should listen to it, whatever. Just tell everybody. And we will appreciate it. We have a comment, we got a little comment from a friend. Derek Hervey, of course. Yo, Tribunal crew. Hope everyone is well when you read this. I agree that the Audrey resurgence hype, because of it being a possibility to be adapted, is mad funny to me, especially since this one is one of those seasons like TOTG, where you can't deny the zany creativity between both seasons for both series. Yet their plausibility to succeed here for the Power Rangers fan base is lukewarm. I agree 100%. Personally, I'm a fan of Zhuoger since I watched it back in 2016 and occasionally in rewatching in recent years. If Hasbro have the opportunity to adapt Cure Major, I definitely can see that happening overall. Keep up the solid work because your podcast is definitely one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. My guy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Always. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Like, and absolutely, I agree 100%. Like, I mean, just real quick. Like, I've watched all of them. I've watched every Sentai with the exception of the current one that is airing. That is actually the first Sentai that I have not watched while it was airing since Ninja, which is Power Rangers Ninja Steel in America. This is the first one since. So yeah, because I'm not wasting my time on Zenkaiger. So I've watched Zyuohger as it was airing. And I just don't see it working here. I really don't, because Samurai with the build.
It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Listen, the suits they could probably get away with, because we've had some ugly ass suits for Power Rangers hit the States. Like, we've had them before. So the suits we can probably get away with. But it's the Zords for me. And you know, the Zords have to sell. The Zord is the main aesthetic. Like, the Zord is the thing. You know, like, that's what drives sales. That's what drives the toys is the Zords. Like, that's what they push. So it's like, if you giving us building blocks that turn into the most ugliest looking animals, not to mention your Zord is literally a your Morpher is a Rubik's Cube. I'm sorry, but what American child gonna want that? I mean, let's be for real. Like, I'm just saying, like, let's be 110% honest with ourselves. What children gonna like that? So I'm sorry, but I don't really believe that Hasbro is going to do it. I just don't. I don't think that they'd be interested in that. Now, Cure Major, there's a lot to play with, storyline wise and aesthetically wise. There's a lot to play with. So I can definitely see them leaning more towards a Cure Major than a Zyuohger. But of course, once again, I'm not in the seat of Hasbro. I'm not in nobody's meetings. So I can't tell you what the hell they would probably be like, oh yeah, this would be better. I can't say that. But I'm just looking at it from just what the trends are and what they have been and basically what these seasons are giving. And I'm just saying, I just don't see them following up with no Zyuohger. I just don't. But hell, Hasbro could surprise us, right? So, yeah. But anyways, thank you so much. As always, Derek, you're always welcome. We appreciate you. We love you. Wheel of Time, right? So, as we already know, Zoe Robbins was a part of Ninja Steel, one of the worst seasons in Power Rangers. And she did not get her justice because the woman is a phenomenal actress. And I feel like Wheel of Time has proven that. Can we say that? Can we honestly say that the woman is pulling all the stops out in this show?
Honestly, like, she's doing fantastic, quite fantastic. Very like high production acting too.
Seriously.
Especially next to the main lead. Like, she's an actress. And she's alongside like one of the greatest actresses around. Like, that is phenomenal.
I remember when she was on Power Rangers, something that drew me to her was just the emotion that she showed on her face. She had such a serious face. It looked like it was made for like dramatic acting. So for her to be on Power Rangers, just looking so concerned at Calvin's BS. Yeah. It's like, you should be doing something else. And now she is.
Now she is. Like, what are the chances that she gets like Power Rangers? And then the next one she books is like an Amazon Prime, like big production. Like, what, girl? You get it. And I'm here for it.
It's basically being a lead character for me. Like, let's be very clear. She is like either second or third in like the casting, like the
opening credits
crew, the opening credit crew. Like, she's literally second or third in the opening credits. Like that means homegirl is important.
Mhm.
She is important. She is playing a very important character. So for us to have someone, first of all, I just think it's such a huge achievement in anybody's acting career to go from something like Power Rangers, and not to say that in a bad way, but not only was it Power Rangers, because anybody can say, oh, Power Rangers, but to go from Power Rangers and actually go from like a season like Ninja Steel to, you know, doing a show like this, because you can already look at it and tell the budget is huge. The production is huge. Like everything about this show is on a whole different scale. Like it's just like, and Zoe's acting, you could tell she's meant for this. Like she's meant for this kind of show. You know what I'm saying? Like she's an actress. Like she's not out here just, you know, oh, I'm just gonna play myself. No. Sister's an actress. Like she is a character actress. And I love it. I love it. I mean, first of all, the faces, like you said before, Will, like with the faces she gives, like sis be serving looks. Because when I tell you sis is nothing to play with in this show, she will slit your throat. Like she is that girl. She is that girl. You don't fuck with her. Like she is that girl. And she's so poised, and she maintains this poiseness, this elegance about her. And she just knows how to, it's just so beautiful how she knows how to carry herself. And just, she has an energy about her that is just so goddamn pleasing. I'm just like, just royalty. Just, I see it. I see it when I just love her. I love her. So, enough about, you know, oogling and ogling over Zoe. The character she played. So, okay, they say her name, but I'm gonna fuck it up because, listen, it's hard to say. Minaviv? Is that
Ninive? I thought it was Ninive.
I thought it was
Ninive?
I thought it was Naveen.
Okay, so
Ninive.
Ninive?
That's what I thought.
Naviv?
Ninive. Okay. Listen, like I am having the hardest time with this girl's name. I always had a hard time with it, but you know what? We gonna go with Ninive because that sounds about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 101 with the Tribur the Great learning how to say a name.
Okay, like we apologize. We really do. Listen, girl, like if anybody is listening, can you please like help us? But anyway, so Ninive is basically she's kind of like I guess you would say like a shaman. They call her in the show, what do they call her?
A wisdom.
Wisdom. Yes.
Yeah.
A wisdom.
She's a wisdom.
So
she has power.
Yeah, wisdom is like they have powers, and they're kind of like these people who like are like
she's a healer.
Yeah, exactly. She's a healer, and she's been given like this like power passed down from like previous wisdoms and being taught the ways of being a wisdom, and you know all that good stuff. So she's a very special person, basically. And when we first meet her, she's, you know, standing with a group of women, and she's talking about the act of braiding their hair as a symbol of, you know, all that is woman and powerful, and the power of women, and you know all of this good stuff. And exactly. And
you know.
I'm gonna
bringing each other up too. Like togetherness and bringing each other up and supporting one another and just trusting in each other.
Yes. And it's just listening to that. First of all, while she's saying this is how I know this girl was acting her ass off, because while she was saying it, I was so convinced. I was like, yes. Like I just took every word to heart. So I'm like, she's doing this. She's acting. But anyway, so yes, she's basically a wisdom, and basically, the main lead, the white lady, the white witch, that is not her name, but we gonna call her that anyway.
Yeah. Her
so
Moraine.
Oh, it's Moraine. Moraine. Maury Rain?
No.
Like think of Moira, but instead of the rain, like Lorraine. Put Moira and Lorraine together.
Moira Rain.
I don't think that's her name.
Moiraine. That's what they were saying.
Moraine?
Moiraine. Sure, I'm talking about Maury, like Maury Povich.
I promise you guys, we know how to like enunciate names on a regular, just not today.
Just not today. Just not today. It's not happening. I am so sorry. Listen, for those of you who are listening out here, if y'all could just hold space for us today, because it's just not happening. It's not happening. But Moiraine basically comes, she's her and her follower.
Her Warner,
right?
So her Warner basically they're tethered together. He feels what she feels and vice versa.
He feels what she feels. Yeah.
It's almost like her protector, her soldier, when she needs it, while she tries to channel her power.
Right. And it's almost kind of like, okay, so anybody ever played like a RPG?
Yeah.
So like it's almost kind of like that. So like you'll have like different characters in battle, and basically like you'll have like they'll all fight, but sometimes you'll have like with certain ones you'll have like if you like the main one needs to like do like a final attack, they'll draw energy or like power levels from that person, from like the rest of the team, or like from the other character. But like also if that other character is getting their behinds kicked, sometimes the other character will feel it too. So because they're like tethered together. Yeah. So like that's basically kind of what it is. That's kind of their relationship. Which I think is actually very interesting, because you really don't see that happen on these kind of shows or whatever. You really don't see that, but I think that's kind of cool. So basically that the Asian guy is her,
Warner.
Yes. Yeah. So he's that to her, and basically like they're basically looking for the next person.
The dragon that's being reborn. So basically,
exactly.
The last dragon destroyed the world. The new dragon is supposed to find the world or reform the world. So according to their calculation, it's been 20 years. So the dragon has been reincarnated and is one of the 5 humans that they've been hunting down for the past 20 years. They managed to find 4 of them. And the story does lead with the 4 of them trying to get to the White Tower.
Humans won't actually turn into dragons. They're that's just the name. It's like a how do I describe it? Like a sorcerer supreme kind of like
from and basically
or
like
a slayer.
Whoever has the dragon, whoever is the dragon reborn, they will possess a lot more power than a normal average human would, and they are the one that can obviously reform the world and make it a better place again.
Well, whoever it is, they'll form the world into their liking. because that's the way it kind of sounds. It kind of sounds like whomever they're reborn as, it's like they're the ones who will reshape the world. And whether that it be in a good way or a bad way or to their liking, however they do it is going to be, you know, the way they see is good. So yeah, basically that's what it is. So the Moiraine, there was a scene where Moiraine encounters Nynaeve, and she basically kind of was like, so you were you're not from here. And basically it was kind of trying to get in her business, being like, you know, so you weren't from here, your mom, like the woman who took care of you, she was the wisdom, and like, you know, she taught you the ways, but are you really a wisdom, kind of a thing? And it's like, first of all, and I could understand you getting upset, because it's like, first of all, you come wandering in on your little horse, you and your little Asian dude partner, whatever, y'all come in here bothering us and bringing us trouble, and you asking me all these questions. First of all, who are you? That's number one. Who are you? And number two, it's like, girl, no, I don't have to answer nothing. But of course, like, Nynaeve was giving her the shits, like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? And I just, I love that scene. Like, I just love it. But anyway, so she basically, like, she also talks to this girl who she wants to train to be the next wisdom. She is also one of the four that is on the trip to the White Tower. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all, because there's a part of the show that made me very upset. It may have made y'all upset too, but I just want to know if it triggered you the way it triggered me. So there is a part of the show, there's a part where she's telling the other boy, the redhead boy, that she may end up becoming a wisdom. Because basically the life of a wisdom means that, you know, there is no being with having a partner, having a husband, whatever. There is none of that.
It's a lonely life.
It's a lonely life.
It's like becoming a nun, essentially.
Exactly. You're basically like, you're cut off. Like, you can't be with anybody. And that guy, like, first of all, like, he takes it because he's in love with her or whatever. She likes him. She's basically dealing with this humongous responsibility of being like, you know what, maybe this humongous decision of taking on this huge responsibility of like becoming a wisdom, because a wisdom is like very respected. Like, wisdoms are very respected apparently in this universe, in this world. And instead of him being happy for her, he takes it personal and is like, and gets upset because he, quote unquote, loves her so much that he doesn't like that she is thinking about becoming a wisdom, because that means they won't be together. Now, I just want to get y'all opinion. Do y'all think that this is that he's right for that?
Okay. Like, I will say this. I can understand why he's upset. I can understand why he's taking it personally. And because the thing is, he's been in love with this woman his whole life. He's been in love with the same freaking girl. It's like Yoshi and his wife. He's been in love with her since they were kids. So I can completely understand why he's upset, because he literally spent his whole life loving her. And now she, you know, is deciding that she wants to help the greater good, which is also great for her. Good for her, right? So I can understand why she feels torn, but we already know she was going to become a wisdom anyways, right? We already knew her decision. But I can understand why the boy felt some sort of way. He loved her, and he for a short moment, he just wants to be able to get that out there and let her know exactly how he feels. But I feel like obviously if things didn't happen the way they happened, I think eventually he would have moved on too.
I can't hold space for that. I can't. I hear him being like, "Oh, I've always loved her. That's my first love, my first and only love." I hear that. I really do. But also at the same time, it sucks that yes, she was chosen to be, to take on this responsibility. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks royally. Sucks for you because you won't have the girl that you want. However, don't sit here and get upset with her because she decided to do something that doesn't involve you. Like it's the control for me. Because it's like, first of all, since when did this girl have any kind of like connection to you to where you can tell her what she should be doing or what she shouldn't be doing? Like,
I mean, I don't think
that
he's telling her, but like he was.
Oh no, it was getting to that point. It was getting to that point. Like he was like from like. I mean, he didn't say I want you to do this, but you could tell it was like. He was so wrapped up in his feelings. It was like, well, why would you do that? Like,
well, like obviously he would rather that she marries him and that she bears children with him and that they have a lovely, happy life together. You know, that's what he hopes for. Like, why can't that just be enough for him? Why does it have to be like he's controlling her?
He's not being supportive of something that she wants to do on
he's
her
not.
own.
Exactly. I agree he's not, right? But again, it's just that small moment and he just learned it. So he's upset.
Okay. All right. Well, I can understand. I can understand that because the
thing about we just learned, like he just learned that she decided to make this decision, right? So obviously he's upset. But the thing is, we haven't seen like the future. We haven't seen what her powers can do for the people, right? We haven't seen any of that. So what if later on down the road he realizes, you know what? She made a great decision because she's helping everyone else. You don't know that, but she just told him, so he's upset. I can understand why he's upset. He just learned this news that he might not be with the love of his life for the rest of his life.
Well, also too, like, okay, cool. In the moment, I can understand him being upset. Going down the line, though, like when they went and they were like, for example, when he confronted, because first of all, old dude just got issues. I just think he has issues with women, period. Because he doesn't see it for Moy, whatever her name is, Moy Rain. He don't see it for her either, which logically so, but also at the same time, this woman is a whole mage that just saved your ass. So I'm sorry, no tea, no shade. If this mage just saved my ass and is telling me, oh, we need to get to wherever we need to be or whatever, and one of us is supposed to be whatever this thing is, I'm going to try to see it through because at the end of the day, I'm still alive.
I mean, okay, I get where you're coming from, but again, this is the olden days. This is not the days where women had more power, okay? This is the days where like men are still superior, to women. So I can understand why. I don't think like
not exactly. I mean, yes, but no, because also too at the same time, there are women in this world that has whole ass powers that men don't, which is the reason why you had those men from that one tribe who was trying to kill women and to try to take away their power because women only have the power.
Wasn't he like eating them? Like so creepy. I think he ate her tongue.
No, was that her tongue?
That was
that wasn't her tongue.
He ate a bird.
That was a bug. Yeah, that was a bug.
I thought it was a bird.
He cut her hands off.
I saw he cut his hand off, but then okay. Well, anyways, that was really disturbing. But anyhow,
that really was.
I get the fact that like the woman has more power in this particular realm, right? But I just feel like as a whole, you can still tell that men are still superior, point blank.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they're superior. I like, if anything, I feel like it's almost the same as it is right now. Honestly, to be truthfully honest, I feel like the way that they're operates very similar to now, where it's like, Because I mean, I don't really like. There's nothing in the show so far that has told me that men are superior, because you have like a whole mage with her male follower following her around and is doing everything in her beck and call. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have these little things of just like men not really being in leadership or power, with the exception of maybe like a few people, like I said, from that tribe of people who basically was going around trying to kill those mages. But for the most part, like, that's really it. I mean, I don't really see people really being like, oh, men are supposed to be in control. I don't really get that from this world. Now, what I do get is this particular character is just a stubborn hard ass, quote unquote, that just wants his way. I do get that from him, because so far everything that every semblance of every character moment that he has, he's brooding or he's upset about something because he didn't get his way. Because he didn't get his way with old girl. And then of course, after he found that out, mind you, go fast forward a couple scenes later in a different episode, you got him getting upset with her and bringing up the fact that she's decided not to be with him, and he's getting upset, talking about, so, well, what did she tell you? Why are you just believing anything she says? And it's just like, you're arguing with her because of the fact that she is turning you down, that she turned you down. Let's just be for real. You're still in your feelings. And it's just something that just keeps happening. And so I'm just like he doesn't actually like, and I really kind of feel like he's still somewhat in his feelings, but he's kind of like retiring it a little bit. But like, he didn't really chill out until they got to that place where the darkness came out and tried to kill him. Like, he didn't really chill out until then, and that was like almost the end of episode 2. So it was just like, yeah, it was almost to the end of episode 2. So basically, almost for a whole episode and some change, he just spent upset with old girl because she turned him down. Like, it's just like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I personally I didn't see it for him. I didn't. I was just like, your character already just seems a bit to me. I'm just like, I'm not really feeling you. I'm not feeling your character. But yeah, that's just me.
I thought he kind of turned around by like the third episode. If anything, the frustration went to the Matt character, because of he was told verbatim when they got into the abandoned city to not touch anything, and then he touches something and spills a dagger, and then like the whole town, like, what was that? It killed the horse, like there was darkness all like following them, and they killed the horse, and they had to like
it just kills everything that comes their way, the darkness.
Mm-hmm. And then them horses got the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, and then they
said bagger.
The whole group split off into twos at that point, and then we got to see Zoe or Nynaeve. But so I have to say, when this started, like as the first episode was going, how did you guys feel? Because I wasn't feeling it. And then what are those things called? The Trollocs.
The Trollocs.
As soon as the
Trollocs. I call them Trollocs. Because like troll and licks put together, Trollocs.
when they showed up, that got my full attention, and then I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, you and me both. I was like, what are these motherfucking Trollocs? Why do they look like a troll, but they're smarter and they know how to like navigate the world?
Yeah. And oh my god, that whole scene where they basically destroyed the main character's hometown. That was crazy. And then one of the guys, I sent it in the chat, one of the main guys while him and his girlfriend were fighting them off, and they were actually doing pretty well. Oh boy, he turns around thinking that it's another Trolloc, and he gets his girlfriend in the gut. My mouth dropped. I actually yelled at the TV.
He straight chopped her.
Honestly, I figured that was gonna happen only because she was pregnant and they're trying really hard to like keep her alive.
She was pregnant?
Huh?
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant, yeah.
Yeah, she was pregnant.
Oh shit.
What the fuck are you watching?
I told you I was like clocked out for like the first like, oh my God. That was like a half an hour.
They were touching, like he came in and he goes, Layla, I love you. He was touching her belly.
Damn, he killed his baby too. Shit.
That's why he panicked. He's like, the fuck? Because like I understand though too, because like you don't know. Like you're in a situation where you want to make sure you get them before they get you, right? But not realizing that his wife, because his wife or his girlfriend came over and she had her axe raised too.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like she was, I don't know, not fair. So I'm not saying like he should have killed her, but I'm saying she also had her axe raised.
Yeah, it was a complete like freak accident. It, you know, that just sucked. That was a real shock though.
Listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I understood. Like, okay, I think I was the only one that that was like following very well because it didn't bore me at all. I was perfectly fine. I will say that the only part that I got a little like was I started to clock out just a little bit during the part where everybody was dancing and having a good time. That's when I kind of clocked out because I was like, all right, y'all, I really don't care about y'all like dancing and shit. Like, what is this? I don't give a shit. But then like when old dude was doing the little jig or whatever, and all of a sudden he's like, ah! And old girl opened his shirt and you saw that axe going through his chest. I was like, oh shit!
And then when you got to see what did it, those Trolloc thingies. Oh, I was like, what the hell is this?
Like dead ass, like literally I stood up and was like standing dead center in front of the TV, like, oh my God, this shit is wild. Like, that got my attention immediately because I was slowly starting to slip out just a little bit. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh shit. And like, to be truthfully honest, I was actually surprised by the amount of blood and just the stuff that they were showing. I was actually quite surprised because I was like, oh, so they really are showing the people dying. Like, people were getting like massacred. Like, I mean, it wasn't on no Game of Thrones shit. But it was pretty graphic. I was like, oh,
I mean,
okay.
Oh my God. The dream that the guy that accidentally killed his girlfriend and child, his name was Perrin. He was having a dream about wolves, and one of the wolves was eating the insides of
her guts and not in a good way.
That was nasty.
It was so nasty. I was like, why is he eating her large intestine? Oh my God, this is disgusting. But child, like that thing grabbed Nene by her hair.
Yeah.
I said, oh no. And dragged her ass off into the smoke. I was like, no.
It was crazy when we got to see her come back and tell us what happened. It was, first of all, I was cracking up because the thing literally was dragging her like the cave, allegedly the cavemen used to do to their women, just drag them behind them like a rolly bag.
No, seriously. First of all, it was the way it was dragging her that was sending me, because I'm just like, why is it dragging her like luggage? Don't do this to her. Don't do this. Like, that was fucked up. I was like, no, really? dragging poor girl, and then had the audacity not to only drag her, but then like it met up with one of his homeboys and was like, "Oh, homie, you injured? Let me help you. Kill, 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 kill." I mean, he just killed his homeboy.
Wasn't he eating some? He was eating him a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like,
when she saw that, she got the hell out of there.
She got the hell out. Sis was like, "Nope, not me." Sis got up and ran and got the fuck out. And then this is my part though. When she got back to the temple and she had dived in the water, and it was like stabbing the water because it knew she was in there. And sis jumped out. First of all, it got in the water. Did she? It got in the water, right?
It got in the water.
And it got in the water. And then like she went behind that mug and jumped up and stabbed that mug. I'm like, I know that's right.
Yeah.
I just of course, like when she went down, like it was like there's that moment of like, is she gonna die? Is she? I'm like, she ain't dead. She probably down there stabbing the shit out that thing. Like she's fine. She's fine. And sis rose up out that bloody ass water like a phoenix rising from the ashes. She was like, "Bitch, I am here." And she tossed them braids back and was like, "Bitch, I'm ready. Let's go." I loved it. Loved it. But yeah, so like basically her character finds Moiraine and her follower guy, and basically they find their way to like the other group of like mages or whatever, and their people. Where is that place called? I can't remember. The name is escaping me, but it's kind of like their little town. She takes them there. Well, they end up going there, and they are confronted by someone who they think might actually be born with the dragon. Maybe the dragon reborn. Huh?
The Two Rivers?
Yeah.
So they went to the town of Two Rivers. That's where like your homeboy that you don't like and his girl are from, along with Perrin and Matt. And then they're trying to get to the White Tower.
No, I'm talking about the town that they went to where the other mages were. I'm not talking about the Two Rivers.
Oh, yes. Frick, I forgot that name.
Yeah, no, that one. That's where they went and they found old dude who they thought that he was supposed to be the new Dragon Reborn, but in actuality, like he was something else completely different.
I think he was possessed by the Dark One.
Yeah,
seems like it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's the actor from Money Heist.
Yeah, it is.
Like I couldn't stop. After seeing him, I was like on Money Heist. I'm like, all I can see is you stealing money right now. You're professor to me. I can't. Like, I could just I can see him using that power, being like, okay, this is our next heist. Like, not like trying to be all like, I'm gonna reform the world. I'm the new Dragon Reborn. I'm like, sure you are. Whatever you say, Professor. Whatever.
Okay, because the way I'm gonna tell you right now, the way he was acting so doggone fool, and he was talking to himself, and he got one person on one side, the other person on the other, and they all trying to have conversations with him. I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker crazy. He ain't nobody Dragon Reborn. This mug fool. No. Nope. But nah, he ended up being captured by the ladies in red, honey. Because the first of all, that blonde one, she was with the shits. Now I ain't gonna hold you. I was with her. I'm sorry. I was with her. They should have been put that dude down. I'm just saying they should have put him down. But of course, they're like, well, we don't have the power to do that. We shouldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. That's what the one of the other head mages, whatever they're called, that's what she was saying. She was like, no, we shouldn't be doing that. We don't have the power to do that. Well, we shouldn't have the power to do that, and we shouldn't do that. First of all, I'm sorry. I'm with her. I'm with the red. I'm with the blonde girl. No, kill him. Get rid of him. Because, like, fast forward, old dude, first of all, he was just sitting there chilling. And they sitting there using their powers to try to lock him in or whatever. He's just sitting there. They thinking they doing something. They ain't doing a damn thing. Old dude just sitting there having a nap. And just counting the time until his people can come in and take them out. Like, I'm just like, yo, come on. So then, of course, when they finally did get there, he, showed everyone his power. And Shao, the one who didn't want to do nothing with him, she ended up dying, which I was like, damn. She ends up dying. And then, of course, like, that's when basically, like, it was becoming a whole power struggle between, like, how can they stop this dude? So basically, now, mind you, old dude, everybody runs in because they were basically meanwhile, back at the ranch, they were also trying to fight the soldiers outside. The lady who died, her partner, her dude, who can sense when she's hurt or whatever, he felt her die. And didn't everybody feel her die though? Because I feel like everybody felt it.
No, just her Warner. Because they're connected. He felt. I know for sure they felt it. But when she died, everybody turned around. Like, it wasn't just him. Like, everybody was like, that. I think
it was like a record scratch. And everybody was like,
no, I think what it was like they turned around because she was connected to the power, right? So when he knocked her out, her power source went out too. It wasn't that like they felt her per se, because like they were all connected to trying to use their power. Because remember how they're like, she was like, let me share the burden, Marine, right? Because they're all doing powers to like, control this guy, right? So when she got knocked out, obviously they saw her get knocked out, so they're gonna turn, but they also noticed that her power was gone. So when her power, I guess, vanished, they couldn't feel her energy anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, like that's what I've noticed, because like all three of them, if you rewatch the scene, all three of them had their power linked, and then then when they got knocked out, they knew she was knocked out. They saw that she got knocked out, right? But then after that, her power was gone, and then they're like,
"Got it.
Fuck, she's dead. Like, we don't feel her energy source anymore."
Got it.
I was like, man, that sucked. I'm not gonna lie, I felt so bad for her, and I felt so bad for her Warner, because I'm just like, dude. And then I felt even like, oh my god. And then when like that Asian guy, when he got his throat slit, I felt for it. I don't know.
I thought that was, I was so surprised. But
I'm not gonna lie, they really kept, like, after like the action started happening, they really kept us on our toes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, I was not expecting this. Like, this is actually really, really good.
Seriously, because like, first of all, that conversation that he and Zoe, first of all, him and Nynaeve, when they first of all, because like Nynaeve had to try to heal Moiraine, well, at least, keep the infection from getting worse, and to keep it from dying, basically. And like, while she was doing it, like, you could tell there was like bad blood between her and old dude, because she was just not having it. She was like, she tried to stab him. That's why I said she with the shit, because Nynaeve ain't about to have you fuck with her. She would stab your ass. You better leave her alone. So sis had that little pocket knife ready to gut him, and he, you know what I'm saying, he had, he subdued her and then ended up tying her to a tree. But but when he released her, he let her, help out Moiraine or whatever. And so there was slowly but surely the onions being peeled, and the layers being peeled off. And there was a certain level of trust that was forming. So when that scene happened where old dude did that blast that destroyed the axe, that started piercing everybody, and cut old dude's throat. And then Zoe, well, not Zoe, Nynaeve ran over there because that's her new friend now. Like, I don't know whether that's whether she likes him or whether like she's becoming more okay with him.
She's okay. It's two things. She's okay with him, but also she needs him because she needs to find the others.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a level of trust that she's now building with him now, where it's like she's like becoming more and more comfortable with him now.
Yeah.
So it's like this is just now happening, right?
She does care for him, but I think it's more so she needs him. It was more of a business of need, because you have to remember, without the Warner, that witch, she can't survive on her own.
Right.
So like she needs them both. So basically he's the muscle of the three of them. Well, no, the two of them. So they need Moraine. So basically she needs him to stay alive. So that way Moraine will be fine. And then that way all three of them can try to find the others. That's their goal. All three of them have the exact same goal.
Got it. Yeah. Because my thing is like, it's very interesting to see that progression of their characters being like, at 1 minute they're like distrusting of each other, like 100. And then now all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's the fact that they need each other is what's pushing them to actually become okay with each other. But I love it in the sense of when all that stuff went down and old dude's throat got cut, Sis became a whole Super Saiyan and basically like healed everybody except for old girl who died. But she basically like got everybody together. And I'm like, are you the dragon reborn? Like, is it you? Or are you just, a different kind of witch or a different kind of mage or whatever? Because it could be her. It could be her.
Honestly, I think it is her because she has so much power.
Yeah.
So much power. And remember, the girls that in her dream, there was 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they all had to be about 20 years old. And Moraine was like, you look young to be a wisdom. What are you, about 20 something? And she's like,
yeah,
it does not matter. So I feel like that conversation was a setup to like kind of go hint, hint, nudge, nudge. She is the dragon reborn.
Yeah, when she had that display, I thought that was like, she's so powerful. I thought that was like a dead giveaway. It was only the 4th episode out of 9, so maybe now you're making me think maybe it was a red herring. But damn, like she never had any power like that before.
Right.
Well, for the record, they haven't displayed it before.
This is true.
Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean she never had it before. Because you have to remember, the town respects her and the town knows she's a healer and the town knows she can do things. Because that's why they were like, we need her. We need her. So for all we know, she is the dragon reborn. And remember, there's still 5 of them that they need. One of them is the one that's most important. I feel like it's none of them, just her.
Do you guys think that it's a situation of all 5 of them are the dragon reborn, but they're just like different parts of the dragon? Because I'm honestly starting to think that all of them have special gifts. And all of them could be the dragon reborn, but they're just different parts. Or like the power is split between all 5 and they need to be together in order to use it. That's kind of how I feel. Because that's kind of how I feel, because you have Nynaeve, who just displayed that power at the end of episode 4. Old dude had that connection with the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then old dude, the other dude, the redhead dude, displayed that crazy ass strength busting through a steel door.
Right.
like old girl, she has the power to listen to wind, kind of like a wisdom as well. The only one who we really didn't see display any kind of power was the dude who stole the knife.
Matt, because he's gonna become the dark one.
Well,
I could see that because I could see that, yeah.
yeah.
That'd be a really interesting twist if the dragon is more than one person this time.
Yeah, I honestly
I
think
didn't
that
think
it's
of that.
I think it's probably that, because it does kind of feel like it does kind of feel like that a little bit. It does kind of feel like that. It's very interesting. It just situation where the girl, I think they're all broken down. I think the power has been broken up, and everybody has different parts of it. But I'm not sure if old dude is going to make it, though. The one who stole the knife, I think he's going to die, or something's going to happen to him.
If he could join the dark one, who I have to say, the first time we saw him, I said to the screen, Voldemort, because he really looks like Voldemort.
He looks like Voldemort.
Oh my god! Too. But then when he yelled, though, that was creepy as hell. The way his mouth looked like the oh my god, the giant worm from SpongeBob, and he had all those teeth. Oh, that was
I cannot with you. I can't. But no, like dead ass though. Yeah. I mean, I can see it. I think something's gonna end up happening with that. I think so. I think something's gonna end up happening. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's definitely gonna be interesting. So let's rate it. Let's rate it. What do you guys think? So who wants to go first?
Ooh, okay. Zoe performance, like 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 1,000. Wardrobe, I mean, she only had that green thing, so it's like whatever. We'll give it a 4. It kept her warm, so we'll go with it. As the show the whole, I would give 4.5.
Okay.
For Zoe, yeah, I'd give I give her a 9 out of 10. For the wardrobe, I give that 9 out of 10. And the show so far, we're only halfway through. I really, the way that they got me invested after that that first attack, I give that out of 5. I give it like I think a 4 out of 5 is appropriate.
Okay.
Hopefully it stays that way with the last half.
Yes, that's for damn sure. That is definitely for sure. Zoe, child, like y'all, I've been ranting and raving about this girl since the very beginning. You already know she's getting a high rate from me. Like she's automatically getting up there. She's getting it. She's gonna get definitely a 5, hands down. Like she's getting a 5. I mean, sis was giving us mastery level performance. Like she's getting a 5. I'm gonna give Zoe a 5. I'm gonna give the show itself, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I am just so encaptured by the show so far and what it's been given. Like I'm just so like I love it. Like I love this show. Like it's giving me everything I need so far. Like I'm with it. And I want to see more. I was actually upset that like the show ended the way that it did on that episode with all her just gorgeous hair just being, just let loose and flying everywhere, and she just looking underneath it with that piercing stare. I'm just like, oh, it can't end like this. I want more. I'm just, I love it. So I'm gonna give it a 5. Wardrobe, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 for one reason. It would have been a 5 out of 5 because I love the garbs. I love everything. I love the way they look. The only ones that I'm actually going to give the only reason I'm giving it a 4 is because I don't believe that those soldiers would be able to keep their suits that white in that world. I don't believe that. You can't tell me that they are walking around on these dirty ass horses and their white is that pristine and clean. No. They don't got dry cleaners out there. Like you can't make me believe that. Like that is no. Like they should have went with a different color palette, maybe a cream, something. They should have went with something to be like, okay, these guys are from, something else. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily believe that these guys are, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's my only issue is those guys. But other than that, everything. Like the world, I believe. I believe everything, everybody, the way they look, everything. Like I'm here for it. So yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what else they're going to be giving. And it's so I didn't realize that it was like a weekly show that was still like going until I was going through the episodes. So there's we've got, I guess, 5 more weeks worth.
All right. Well, if you definitely enjoyed our review of End of Time, please definitely let us know. We would really appreciate it. That has been our episode for Traveling with Grid. We hope you enjoyed listening to it. And once again, my name is Brandon.
My name is Lena.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.